What's happening? Had to get out of the house. It's Sunday, February 28th, and I've been waiting for the sun to come out all weekend. It was supposed to, but it never really did. Decided to come on out and come down to the Pilot Knob area and just get in some miles, just get in the woods. This is, if you haven't been here, this is the new visitor center and area. Nice parking, lots of parking. I think they do shuttles and stuff. I've been in the visitor center. It's nice, it's a beautiful building. I thought there would be more in there, more to it, but maybe they're adding. I'm going the opposite way everybody else goes. I don't like to be around people. I'm a people person, but I don't like to be around people. Does that make sense? But yeah, we're just heading down in the woods on the, I'm trying to turn my phone around with one hand. Grassy Ridge Trail. I've been down in here many times with just myself and the boys, and I don't know if you've heard me talk about it, but this little area down here off the off the trail is where the Little Moravian settlement is. So be right back. Okay, I thought I had some stranger dangers up behind me, but they went the other way, thankfully. So yeah, I'm going down here away from everybody. Everybody usually goes up and does whatever, that grindstone trail or whatever, which I'll do what I'm not supposed to do, which is venture off the trail and go just meander around in the woods and see what I can find. That's how I found that one place, and I know some of you may have been there. It's a, like I said, it's an old Moravian settlement, old Moravian homestead. There's nothing there but a foundation, and but those trees that produce oranges, or bushes, whatever they are, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of them. Something dragon or dragon something. And I can't remember the scientific name, and I already got a big old mud hole. But they produce oranges, these little persimmon size oranges, but they're really juicy and a lot of seeds, not really any much pulp or fruit in them, but it's a fun find for the boys to go find and cut up and eat when we're down in here. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this off so I can get through this mud hole. Yeah, there's some cool stuff to look at down through here. Kind of, like I say, if you get off the path and don't do like I do, stay on the trail. But I've been down here many times, and they've done a lot of work along the creeks and banks down in here and cleaned it out. So this summer should be a good time to bring the boys and the grandbabies down here and let them play. Not this creek, but another creek I might show you here in a little bit, how they've cleaned it out. Bring the boys and let them play and throw rocks. They just love to throw rocks. But yeah, I just had to get out of the house, man. I'm tired of, there's always something to do. There's Mr. Single Dad here. I've always got dishes to wash and clothes to wash and groceries, and boys eat like horses. So, and a chicken coop to keep up with and keep the chickens happy, and just little projects here and there around the house. But you know how monotonous that can get. And I done some stuff yesterday. There's been horses on this trail. But yeah, I just had to get out. I was hoping the sun would come out. It's kind of misty out, but I don't care. Something's better than nothing. Sitting around the house again all day, looking for stuff to do, because I can't just sit and, I don't know, I'll get on YouTube and watch hiking videos and think about hiking, or watch Joe Rogan or something like that. But anyway, I'm trying to learn my tree identification. That's something I'm really working on, because in the wintertime it's harder, obviously, with no leaves. But I was wanting to do tap into some maple trees this year to get some maple syrup. Of course, I wouldn't do it here in the state park, but around home or wherever I can find them. But anyway, something else I'm working on, learning. Anyway, I'll get back with you if I see anything interesting. If you see this, Trinity, thought about you. The mushroom gal. Or I guess this is fungus, maybe not really mushrooms. Covered on these logs here though. Something else I wished I knew more about was the edible mushrooms and being able to forage through the woods and the different types of the ones that won't, because there's so many that'll hurt you. I'm always scared, but I'm hoping to find some lion's mane this year. That'll be the big winner, I think, or some merles. I think how you pronounce it, merles. Am I thinking about the shoes or the mushroom? But anyway, you can tell they've done a controlled burn in here not too long ago. And it's nice when they do that. It keeps everything nice and open and all the underbrush gone, and a lot of old trees up in here. I love looking at trees and the rocks, and I still hear the highway. I don't like that. I'll get away from the road here in a minute. But cool old trees. I'm just fascinated by the woods. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I spent so much of my childhood in the woods. Looks like they've taken all these rocks off the trail or wherever. And it's what you see a lot of times. They'll pile them up on the side and make these little walls. And I'd have a truckload of these at my house. But yeah, I just love the woods. I love being out here just looking around. See something different every time. A lot of trees down and creeks. I love creeks. Some people are into the ocean, and I don't know, man. I'm just not a beach fan. Not a big river fan like the Yadkin and places where people just get on. I guess it's cool sometimes to go just float down a river and maybe have a cooler of beer or something and chill out. But I don't know, I just get bored. I'm so antsy. I can't just sit. It's hard for me to sit still. So, and I'm a very visual person, so I really like to just see different things from a different perspective. So my eyes are like constantly going every which way when I'm out in the woods looking to see what I can see. I don't know, like at the beach, you just seeing the same thing, like waves crashing in constantly over and over. It's kind of boring to me. But I'm sure you're loving hearing me rant about what I like and don't like about the beach. But anyway, it's nice through here. Well, I think that's the actual Grassy Ridge Trail. It's been a while since I actually come in from this side. I usually come in from a different road, and that goes way up away from the creek. I think this is a dead end. But down here's the bigger creek. And there's either an old trail or a deer trail. So that's going to be Jeff Trail. If I can get over. I think I might better. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's go this way. I'm really trying to figure out where I'm at, and I don't have service, so I can't bring up Google Maps, and I just don't want to be looking at my maps. But I think I'm one ridge over from where I normally am, because I've never seen this creek. It's a cool little spot. It's down here for the boys. And I'm way close to 52, so I gotta get away from this road noise. So I kind of hopped the creek, and sorry for this sucky video where I have to turn everything around one hand. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head that way. Some little lady asked me in the parking lot, are we gonna need trekking poles? She said. I'm like, I need trekking poles on a flat yard. My balance sucks, so I don't hike without my trekking poles. I don't care what I'm doing. This is really easy. Well, I'm off the trail, obviously, but deer path. But yeah, I don't do well. I don't have good balance, so I don't trust myself. And there's been many times if I didn't have these, I would have bit the dust crossing creeks, or I got myself in a hole here. Crossing creeks, or just doing whatever. You know, I don't have good balance, so I need the trekking poles. Some people can bust right along without them, but not me. I hate the road noise. Gotta get away. The deers have really tore this up in here, digging around, and I don't know if you can make it out. That little deer trail. Sometimes I'll follow a deer trail just to see where they go, and maybe stumble upon one or two. I seen this up here, I couldn't tell what it was, and now I think I know. You never know what you're gonna see in the woods. I guess I'm not the only one that comes through here. Deer skull. Maybe a hip bone or something. I don't know. I think I just realized where I'm at, and I think, but I do see a lot of the orange trees I was talking about, and I did have to get on Google because I was going crazy trying to remember what they're called, but I'll show you. But I was wanting to show you if you can see the distinct greenery. All of a sudden I've came up on, it's like, starts up there, and it's just really thick all through there. And I can see some more way off down there. I'll show you up close, but I could notice it just a little bit back, so I thought I would see how it showed up on camera, but I'll show you when I get over close to it and tell you about it. Yeah, I think I got lucky and left that area and came right up to the old Moravian settlement thingy, because I remember that leg bone and throwing it next to this tree the last time I was here. Or those bones. Those big enough to be deer, so I guess they are deer femurs or something. There's old ceramic something in a old bottle. But yeah, here's the it's a trifoliate orange is what the oranges are called, and these have big old thorns on them, and the oranges grow right on the end of these thorns. And they are everywhere in the fall. Even, I think we come over here in like October, November when it was pretty chilly, and they were still on the trees. I don't see any laying around on the ground, but yeah, these bushes are really thick in here, and they're native to China, so who knows how they got here. And that hurt. I just poked one in the arm. But yeah, they're everywhere. I don't know if the deers eat them or if animals eat them, but if they do, they got the mother load in here, because they are everywhere in the late summer and fall. But I was going to see if I could find the actual foundation for that place. Starting to see little old bricks and trash and stuff here and there. I remember finding another old, yeah, because there it is. So there's a phone pole. You can see it right there. Oh, I can't get my camera to. Well, you see it right there in the middle of those two trees. So that was some kind of little modern home, at least back in the day, in here inside the state park boundaries. And dude, there are some old, there are some old big trees up in here. Old growth trees. Yep, these bushes are a curiosity. Yeah, this is the foundation for that newer house. I'm sorry, I'm rambling and just looking around, but I don't know if this is the Moravian foundation or not. I don't know if they would have had bricks like that. I doubt it. I think this was just like it had steps going down into the. There's all kinds of bottles and mess. Just happened to see one hanging on. So that's from last year. I guess maybe it's wedged in there and it just didn't fall off, but there's some around on the ground here. That's what it looks like. Flying dragon, if I didn't say that earlier. That's the modernized name, I guess, other than trifoliate orange. First time I was out here scouting around in this area. That's the way down in the bottom down in there. That way there's a trail camera and some markers for yards out from it. And you can tell, well, it is the state parks. And I was like, well, I wonder if they've even forgot about this thing. So I kind of put a stick on it to where next time I came back, the stick was gone. I know they had checked it or something, tried to fix it to where it would have to been a human, not just wind or something, but it was gone. So the next time, so I guess I would love to find a ranger and ask him what exactly they've seen on it. I'm sure just deer and probably a bear too, maybe bobcats, but then again, if I ask him, he's probably going to be like, that's not on the trail. What are you doing finding that? And I'm going to be like, never mind. Just kidding. But, yeah, the Moravians were in here. Change the subject. The Moravians were in here 100 or more years ago, whenever it was. It's crazy to think what went on in here, or how they lived and what they did. Deer trail. I know where I'm at. I'm getting close to an old pond. I think the Moravian thingy's down here. Found it. Or maybe this was, I guess this was the barn, wasn't it? You folks can tell me, I don't know. I'm assuming that's a smokehouse. The way the pipes are and these burners, these things. And the foundation back there in the back. I don't know. Maybe that's just a part of the bigger picture, because I know I found a spot up in here where I found like an old shoe, like way back in the day, woman's old, like hard leather shoe, and some coal, big chunks of coal. Actually took some of that home. But. Okay, right over this little hill is the remnants of a pond, and it had dried up. One time when I came, like the very first time I came here, it had a pretty good little amount of water in it, and it dried up. And it was kind of marshy in there, so I'm curious to see. Oh yeah. Get a little more in there. I don't know if there was a spring. It was spring fed, and it dried up. But this is obvious. I don't know if this is natural dam somebody built back in the day. Surely not. But maybe the spring had dried up and all it's getting is rainwater now. Because this past summer it was bone dry. I've come in here many times and just hung my hammock up, back up in there, and just watched for deer and whatever. Me and the boys actually sat on that tree right there and had lunch one day. Yeah. Alrighty, as bad as I hate it, I'm gonna head over here to the trail because the main trail's right over here, and I'm gonna go and find another place to cut up in the woods maybe. So open. This is one of the more dense areas because, like I say, most of the part of the park they keep it. They do those controlled burns and keep it all. It's all open, and they, cut down a lot of trees, and you can see for a long ways, but which is cool. My legs are getting cut up, dude. Always do. If there's a briar or something to poke you and make you bleed, I will find it. I like this little area because there's a bunch of pines, and I imagine the deer's bed down in here. I've always seen a lot of buck rubs. There's a really old one. Yeah, they usually tear these trees up in here, and I'm sure they bed down somewhere. You can see where they're tearing these little trees up. Yep, look at here. That's fresh. Fresh buck rub there. Okay, out here's the normal trail. This is actually the Grassy Ridge Trail. It's a pretty much a road. A lot of it. But this is the way we usually come from, that way. We usually come from that way. We park way over yonder and come from that way. But I know what's down there, and that goes down to the creek. And even though I wanted to show you that creek, I'm not going that way. I'm going to go this way. I've been out through here before because I came out here one day and hung my hammock up for a couple hours and took a nap in the sunshine. Kind of overlooking this little valley. But I've never explored on up through there. And if you keep going that way, you'll come to another trail that loops back to where I think I parked, if I remember right. But yeah, it's a beautiful area in here. Really open. You can usually see some deers. What is that over there? Squirrel. Squirrel! So I found me a nice little sweet spot. Just sitting here on my climate little blow up pad. Don't be hating on me. It's wet and muddy, and I ain't trying to have a wet and muddy butt today. But a nice little creek view. A little pine tree. Beautiful open little area in here. Nice and quiet. Nothing but me, the birds, and the creek. It's actually water. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and chill out a minute and listen to Mother Nature. And I just realized I'm down to like 25% on my battery. Don't know how I missed that one and didn't bring my power pack, so may not get the video as much as I thought or wanted. Anyway, that might be good for y'all to not have to listen to it. I'll enjoy for a few minutes and then get back to meandering. So once again, randomly out in the middle of the woods, got an old barbed wire running these big, huge trees. 2 of them. And a big line of rocks all the way down through there. So who knows what that was, or maybe it's an old roadbed through here, and then a random hole in the ground. Which may be natural, but doesn't look like it. Things that make you go, Well, thought I was done videoing, but I came up through that valley down there, and there are random big rock piles. I should have shown them to you. Just big rock piles on the sides of hills. So I'm always curious about that and why they're there. And got up here on top of this hill and seen this, what looked to be an old rock foundation. And all this. All these pipes, bunch of pipes. Looks like an old roadbed through here, so maybe this was another Moravian or the Moravian one, and I was wrong about the other one. I don't know, but never been in this part of the woods, and I haven't looked at my map to see exactly where I'm at. But beautiful set of woods, man, I'm telling you. Well, I came across a trail, so I guess I'll play trail walker for a little while. Pretty sure I'm heading back to the car, or somewhere in that direction. I'm trying not to look. I'm trying to just figure it out today. And I'll see what it looks like when I get back. Here's another trifoliate orange bush way out here. So I've seen them scattered here and about, so I don't know. Maybe they're not just in that one area over there that I thought they were. They're so thick over there. But they had to get here some way, if they're from China. So alright, I probably won't say any more or show you any more unless I see something cool. But thanks for listening to my rambling and enjoying Mother Nature with me, if you enjoy it. Thought I'd said deer today. So quiet with the ground so wet and I can walk real soft. I sat for quite a while. I feel like I've walked 5 miles, but I've been going really slow, just looking around. So probably not. I don't know what I'll end up with. Maybe 2 or 3 miles. Anyway, as always, I encourage you to get out and enjoy nature. If that's just a 5-minute walk in your backyard or your local woods or behind your house or one of the parks, get out there.